My people from everywhere, welcome back to the show. Hope everybody's having a good weekend, or should I say, has had a good weekend because this is Sunday night, early Monday morning, which means we got to get up and get that Mamba mentality for this Monday so we can keep going and going strong, right? But first, if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. All right, y'all. So, yeah, I just was thinking about some strange, some funny, weird shit. We tell prison stories. Every time we tell a prison story, most of the time we telling about like, the violence and shit like that. Aside from people like myself telling stories about how we cracked staff members in prison, was having sex with them staff members. So aside from them type of stories, you don't hear a lot of the funny type stories. But this is not just so much as a funny type story. This is a dumbass story. So that's this playlist I'm finna create with this story right here. This gonna be episode one of some of the dumbest shit I seen when I was in prison. So this action right here, a lot of people done it. A lot of people do it. Everybody do it different. Some people is more sharp or smarter with their game and the way they do things. Then there's others who's super raggedy. That's just like raggedy with very reckless disregards for himself and his family. And what I'm talking about right here, people is people who be out there getting dope sack from moms in the vision room. Like I said, I know about people been doing it, but this story right here is about a situation that I actually saw. And like the other times, the other stories I know about people doing that, moms looking out for them, I was never going to visits because most of my time in prison, I wasn't getting visits until like until I cracked old girl, and then from her, and then to my wife now. So I pretty much didn't start getting visits till like my last 8 years up in there, something like that. Yeah, about 8 years when I really started getting visits. Before that, I was just get a visit from moms every once in a while. But I didn't want moms from coming to no motherfucking Pelican Bay and all them other spots, Corcoran's and shit. She came to Donovan and she came to Calipat. But not even coming to Centinela, all that heat, that desert shit. They got to go through a lot, man. I was just like, you know what? I got a date. I'll make it back out there to see mom. So anyway, so people be out there striking, as we call it in there, getting that sack, hooping and shit. This one dude, I ain't gonna say where he from. I ain't gonna say his name. I ain't gonna even say what race. I'm gonna say black. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all that much. That's the only hint y'all gonna get. He's black. He's a brother. So one day I'm out there in the vision room, me and wifey out there. Now, CRC Norco, you go to visits like every 2 weeks. You don't go unless they changed it since I've been out. But when I was there, you get a visit like every 2 weeks, and then every week when you do get that, the day's gonna change. It's gonna rotate. Like you got one last time on a Saturday. 2 weeks from now, your next visit is gonna be on a Sunday. That's how they did it because they had three facilities using the same visiting room. So every time we go to visit in that prison, we meet up with the homies from the other facilities. We in the same vision room, small ass vision room. But it worked. So, like I said, this is Norco. This happened. This took place like 2014. I was in what they call the hotel, and I was up in CRC. That's the big mansion. What ain't the mansion? It ain't the mansion. It's just a big ass hotel inside the prison. They call it the Hotel Facility One. We out there, me and wifey out there on a visit, and I see bro, he over there by the vending machine. He trying to do his thing. He trying to strike. He trying to hoop his sack. So he's struggling. No, this is a cold thing about him. He got down once, and then he went back and sat down. I saw him the first time. He got down once, went and sat down. Me and wifey playing dominoes and shit. He over there eating. He with his moms and shit. He done went up once, kicking, ate some shit. Now he going back to go up for the second time. Now he back by the vending machine. That's why I seen him at the time, because when we was playing dominoes, you could see the table. I'm like, damn, look at this nigga. He over there just hooping this shit right there. And they got cameras up in here. We got cameras at different angles in the corner. Like a lot of people tend to think we can block them by certain angles the camera can't get you. So people think, I don't know if it's true or not. But so he was by the vending machine. I seen him go up the first time over there. Bam. He was standing right there with moms like they was getting something. He was right there. He plugged himself. So he must have had something smaller that time, because that was like real quick. But it still was sloppy because he had his ass out and people seen that. I seen that. Like, look at this nigga. So I'm continuing my visit, enjoying myself. Now here it is again. I'm about to go over here and get this little juice. They sell these juices in there. So I'm going to the machine. I see him back over there with mom. So I'm like, oh, this nigga back over here. But first it didn't dawn on me what he was doing. Like, he was getting down again. So just I come up over there. This nigga pull his ass cheek out. My nigga pull his ass cheek out, trying to get all up in there, trying to plug that thing up. He trying to plug that pack, right? My nigga was having problems this time. He was like struggling. You know what I'm saying? So I was like trying to turn around, like walk away, like, I ain't trying to be up in this nigga mix. I mean, he was blocked. They couldn't really see him. So I'm like, okay. And he just like trying to get there to the point. This nigga just had to just drop it low, y'all. He had to drop low to the ground, squat, and nigga had that whole right cheek out. Nigga had that whole right cheek out going to the hoop. And put him up in there, pulled his pants up. And I was like, oh, nah. My wife seen that. She was like, that was crazy. She was like, that was crazy. I'm like, niggas be doing some real grimy ass shit. That's the weirdest situation would make it weird, because he was his mom's. Mom standing right there with him at the vending machine, like they getting chips and shit out the vending machine the whole time. This nigga hooping, thinking that, ain't nobody gonna really pay attention. But you got other people in line, nigga, that's walking around this motherfucker. You don't really have a long blind spots in the prison visiting rooms. Shit, you might think you do, but it's always somebody gonna be right there, yo. So I tell him after that day, I go back, we was in the same dorm. So I tell him, I say, bro, I see he got all the traffic at his bunk. He got the sack. He's smoking meth too, and he got the weed. So he in there fucking with the dope, and he got the weed. I mean, I done got some weed from him. He used to get some decent weed. I used to get weed from him, and I can't lie. But still, I told him, like, I got some weed from him today, bro. I'm getting my little sack for this nigga. I'm like, hey, man, you might want to just tone it down, bro, because niggas saw you, bro. You was slipping. That was raggedy as fuck, my nigga. I'm like, ass was all out, nigga. And a lot of people saw you, bro. You got to be careful with that. He like, yeah, Zoe, I know, bro. I'm going to tone that shit down. I'm going to kick back for a minute. I just got all this right here. I'm finna just chill, man, pay my debts off and shit, and I'm finna chill for a while. I'm like, yeah, man, you got to be careful, bro, because that's moms, my nigga. You know what I mean? You put moms at risk, bro. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. What we do is what we do. We ain't never supposed to put our mamas and grandmamas and shit like that at risk. Our lifestyle. A lot of us do that, but we not supposed to do that. We supposed to know how to keep ourself and shit, the shit we do, away from them. Period. That's what we supposed to do. So anyway, bro got her bring a sack up in there. I think he was trying to pay for some kind of. They needed something, bills and shit. That's what he said. He needed some shit. They was trying to take care of something at home, so he had to hustle. All right, man, it's your thing, bro, but just be careful. You got your mama out there, my nigga. So 2 weeks passed. Now, he one of the dudes that always to go out to the visiting room first when them niggas like be on the first, what we call the first chain, the first line out. Like, the visiting start at 7:45. Like, he want to be out there like 7:50, shit like that, 8 o'clock type shit. I never liked that at that prison, because visiting room get crowded fast, and they start terminating people visits who've been out there the longest. So I always kind of went like in the middle. Like, I had my visits always coming like 10 o'clock and shit like that. Somewhere around that time, 9:30, 10, somewhere around there. So anyway, we waiting to go on the visit. I'm out here with the homie Marv from Showline. Marv is one of my best mans when I got married in CRC. Marv and the homie Lil Man from 6-7 neighborhood, rest in peace. I had two best men when I got married up there. But Marv, Messy Marv from Showline, and Lil Man from 6-7 neighborhood. So anyway, me and Marv, we sitting on the little tables in the day room. We know our wives is up there because they used to be together. So they'd be in the parking lot together talking. We didn't make the call, like, yeah, we out here waiting to come in. So I'm like, okay, they out here. Then in CRC, I should look, and I could see my wife drive past when she on her way in, because they got the windows, you could see the street. So I can just look from that hotel, which I could see her car coming. Like, okay, she here. Now I beat it, boom, jumped in the shower real quick, got dressed. Me and Marv, so we sent up here in the front of the dorm, there's little day rooms up here. We see the homie, he pacing around. This nigga still in here. Like, this nigga usually out here. This nigga ain't usually here. This long. He usually be like on the first chain. This nigga walking around pacing, looking nervous and shit. And me and the homie sit at the table. Like, so we waiting to go. Then they call us. So me and Marv go down. We go to the visit. As soon as I get to the visit room, wifey like, babe, that dude and his mama, they gaffled her mama up, his mama up. I'm like, see? Then that's why the nigga was sweating bullets. That nigga was pacing the day room, pacing the dorm and shit, waiting for his visit. He used like one of the first person in our dorm to get called every visit day. His name, the first one. But he was pacing like he felt something wasn't right. He just was nervous and shit. So then wifey tell me, they said, yeah, as soon as his mama came through the metal detectors and all that goon squad had her step to the side, put her in the car, and they got the CRCs like built on the hill, so you got to take it up this little hill. That's where the ISU goon squad, that's where their officers at. They took her up there. So wifey telling me all this shit. So they so that's they got him, they got her. Now they trying to get him. They probably got him by the time she was telling us that, because that's what they do. They let the visitors come in. They even got their tips from the snitches. A lot of times niggas tell on themselves, be talking too much on these phones, talking too much to the wrong people. So the information get out there to ISU, the squad, they find out about it. So visitors show up, they snatch that visitor to the side, come with us, ma'am, we're going to strip you out. I didn't see them do that to people. Girls come up there with the kids, and it been real embarrassing. I didn't see girls come up there. This one chick, she's come up there with like 4, 5 kids, and she was always bringing dude to sack every time she came through. And it's one time, got the word. Next thing you know, you see her and all her kids getting in the back of that motherfucking ISU car and taking her up the hill. That shit became regular, and CRC narco motherfuckers is getting caught left and right. Niggas is out there state trying to pass. It was, that prison was active. That's an active prison because the way it's located, the where it's at, it's pretty much central. It's like central Southern California. You got like 4 different counties surrounding that motherfucker. As far as level 2 prisons, most people that want to go to a level 2 prison that's from a higher level want to get down there just because it's close to home. That's why I made the move to get down there, because it was close to home. At the time, I was with the chick in San Diego, so that was close to San Diego. But still, it's Southern California. That's where I'm from. So, I know that whole area out there. I done lived out there in Movale and San Bernardino, so I know that area very well. Anyway, that right there, people, was one of the weirdest things that I done seen in prison. Just one. There's many more. There's just one. But just one of the dumbest shit, weirdest thing that I done seen in prison, and I got more to come. So in the meantime, y'all enjoy y'all day on this Monday. Stay motivated, y'all. Push yourself to get up. Do more than you did yesterday. Do more than you did last week. I got to do the same thing. Push myself to outdo what I did last week. Push yourself to be better than who you were last week. Push yourself to be better than who you was yesterday. I'm out.